on Log On. Another Tuesday, Eric and Mark here, MSI. Week 2, I guess it's kind of week 2, week 1.5. We're on to the play-in knockout stage. First round action, or first matchup, Supermassive taking on your boys, the EVOS Esports, from the Vietnam Championship Series. Supermassive 5-1 in the group stage. The only game they lost was the biggest Fiesta troll game with ridiculous picks, so it doesn't really count as a loss. They were talking some smack. Not really talking smack, just saying it's easy so far.
Oh yeah, Supermassive definitely feeling really confident heading into this series against EVOS Gaming. I don't know if I would be, though, from Supermassive's side. Remember, last time they went off against a side from Vietnam, that 3-1 loss to the Gigabyte Marines at the MSI play-ins once again, so could be seeing a repeat of history here.
Yeah, 2017 MSI, by the way, Group B played out the exact same way. Supermassive 5-1, Brazilian team 4-2, Direwolves 2-4, Japanese team 1-5. And 2017 MSI, Supermassive faced a team from Vietnam, Gigabyte Marines. They lost 3-1. Will history repeat itself? Well, we don't know. But we got the highlights here, starting off with Game 1. And you got the Camille Stark, by the way, formerly of the Gigabyte Marines. He was there last year at MSI. This one got a first blood going early with a Tarek Ezreal lane.
What? I don't even know how you let that happen.
Level 1.
Seriously, you should not be letting that go on 2v2.
The story in Game 1, though, was just camping Fabulous's gangplank, getting Stark's Camille ahead. There was pretty much no mercy in that bottom lane, and that Camille was destroying people in this fight. Also, that Kindred for Stomaged.
Yeah, that's definitely, what is the Avengers Infinity War memes out there right now? Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Not feeling so good in this one.
No, he did not feel good. There he goes, dying again. GBM on the Vladimir. Only left to watch. Supermassive actually had a lead in this one. They got an inhibitor down in the mid lane, but that split push and the threat of that Camille was way too much. Stark popping off. He was the guy who kind of got memed, by the way, back in the year on the Marines, because he hadn't played competitively for very long, but he's looking really solid in this one. Let's head on to Game 2, and oh no, Supermassive got Kaisa. GG.
I don't know how this still happens. How do you let Kaisa go through pick and bans anymore? She's still way too powerful, needs to be banned out.
Needs to be banned out. Here, Supermassive dives a little too far. It's only 16 minutes. These turrets still do a bit of damage. But look at Snowflower. That's a support Lulu flashing over.
Is he going to get the kill?
For a double kill.
Yes,
if he doesn't get that, that is a wash in favor of EVOS. So he kind of saves that fight. Then later on, you had Fabulous back on tank duty. The gangplank didn't work. Has a nice TP flank here. And he managed to survive with the Lulu. Wow, Lulu, what a fun champ. Oh. And then the Kaisa just rips through everyone. And GBM actually makes a good play on the Vladimir.
Like,
one shot.
This Vladimir is gross. I think Vladimir is another one of those champions that will be approaching that 100% pick and ban rate, because right now you're looking at this guy with the item combinations of Shirelia that you can build with. Man, that Vladimir was 0-2-3, 30 CS down, and still had an effect on this game. I don't know how you can have a champion be so far behind and still manage to impact a game. Yeah,
the big change between games 1 and 2 was GBM being able to find some of those flanks on that Vladimir, and you saw in one of those last fights, he just 2 shots the AD carry, and the amount of untargetable time when you go through the pool and the Zhonya's makes Vlad a pretty disgusting champion overall.
Yeah, but now, hey, series is 1-1, could go anywhere from here.
Yeah, we got ourselves a series. You know, anytime a team goes 2-0 up, you're like, all right, this is probably done. But 1-1 makes it exciting. Let's jump into Game 3, where, look at that, a Vladimir for GBM. Wow, I smell a theme going on there. The pick to look at here is the Graves in the jungle for Yijin. Graves is going to be heavily contested, I think, at this tournament. But GBM is inting on Vladimir. What are you diving so deep for?
Oh, it's because everyone else is here.
Oops. Don't even get Warzone. Double kill.
Yikes.
This one was a landslide in the favor of Supermassive. That dive really set them behind. GBM was just getting completely dumpstered by the Cassiopeia. That's a pick that's usually a favorable matchup, and GBM was still like, whatever, I'll just throw the Vladimir in there, I'll be fine. No, you weren't. You got camped, you got pretty heavily destroyed, and Yijin on this Graves, look at that, just 3-shot him. Oof. He was 4 levels ahead of Stomaged in this game. he was insane on the Graves, and then Slay here closes out with a Quadra on Tristana. But that Graves was gross.
That was all the talk heading into this series, was all about how, like, yeah, you know what? Vietnam has definitely been a region that's proven themselves, and the hype is starting to arrive for them. But you know what happens? They've got no Levi. They don't even need a Levi, guys.
Got a new Levi.
They got Yi Jin in here, popping off. Daddy Graves, making everyone go bye-bye. This guy was great.
And look at that. He's going to get Graves again. They decided
Oh, no.
it wasn't that bad.
Why?
It wasn't that bad. Snowflower, though, does get his Thresh here. And this opening play for First Blood is why he was permabanned in the group stage. This guy, look at that prediction. The Mad Life locks up First Blood. He even tries to leave it for Zeitnot, but the Ignite gets it. But that was a fantastic play. Pretty much the only highlight for Supermassive in this game, because it was just Yi Jin on Graves yet again. Maybe you should have thought about banning it because you got so destroyed by it. 4 levels ahead of the opposing jungler is something you only see in solo queue. He was a wrecking ball on this champion.
This is the type of game that makes me feel like I could have been on Supermassive, because last year the champion that I lost to the most was Graves. So I just feel like I fit right onto this roster. But in all seriousness, huge performances from EVOS here, and just in a game where you can end the series, to stomp on them like this was so great to watch.
This is a 2v5. A 2v5, the Graves camping the bush. They go 2 for 2 in a 2v5. EVOS Esports, repeat of 2017, Vietnam wins 3-1 over Turkey. They're going to the main stage at MSI, and they do it in a pretty convincing fashion. Supermassive was kind of talking about, oh, this group stage, it was pretty easy. Easier than the Turkish league. Well, the group stage is a lot of minor regions, and, it's not really established competitively for a lot of those squads. Vietnam is a little bit better, stiffer competition, and my favorite was pregame Warzone in the teaser video calling GBM a Diamond 2 Korean mid laner. He made him look like one. I'll give him that.
Yeah, the dude even got to pick up Warzone playing on the Victor. I haven't seen a Victor in competitive play in who knows when, and let alone a Victor in competitive play, a Victor that was actually accomplishing things in competitive play. Warzone definitely stepped it up. He wasn't the main carry for EVOS, but he really did have a good performance today. And hey, he talked some trash to GBM. Hey, it worked out.
He backed it up. You call someone Diamond 2 and then lose to them in lane, that's not a good look. But I mean, 3 games of Vladimir for GBM, and then in that 4th game, they were like, all right, it looks like you're inting a little too hard on this champion. Maybe just stick on the Karma mid. Didn't have much of an impact on that Karma mid. But we got to talk about Yi Jin in that jungle, because it is the aggressive junglers coming out of Vietnam that's a theme coming from there. And this guy is 17 years old.
Just an absolute prodigy. And hey, again, this is one of those regions that you've said long before that, hey, this is where you get these aggressive junglers to come from. We've seen that with Levi in the past, and we're seeing it again. This performance from Yi Jin was truly something special. He really did take over the games and turn out to be anywhere that Supermassive was heading into the jungles. Man, were they scared that a Graves was going to pop out and delete him.
Well, at the end there, you saw Zeitnot got 2-shot, because I haven't seen someone that fed, specifically a jungler, since solo queue games. I can't remember the last time in a competitive scene they're that fed. Probably Levi's Nocturne at Worlds, where they had that ridiculous cheese strat. But that's been a little while since you've seen a jungler that fed. After the game, Warzone in an interview said they can take games off EUNA, no problem. Maybe not China and Korea. Can they actually make some noise in the group stage now that they're in there?
Hey, I'm willing to let it see, especially right now with what the meta is going to be and how strong things are, and the actual advantages that you can get from a proactive and aggressive carry jungler with Yi Jin out there and the way he's performing. Anything, I think, is possible for EVOS Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Marines pick up a couple wins, 3 wins last year at MSI. Maybe EVOS does the same. Rumor has it Fnatic is struggling in scrims. Oof. Some people are saying scrims, they're more important than the actual matches. So we'll see. We'll see if EVOS can make some noise in the main group stage. Coming up after the break, there's still one more spot up for grabs at the main stage. Gambit taking on the Flash Wolves in the other knockout stage from Plans.